This is how you do a Romanian deadlift. Hang out till the end to learn some tips, common mistakes, and how you can get the most out of this exercise. First off, there are two variations that can be used to target different muscles. If you want to target your hamstrings, keep your knees straighter. Whereas if you want to target your glutes, at the bottom of the movement, your knees should be bent enough so that you feel the deepest stretch deep inside of your glute. Other than how bent your knees are, the movement should be basically the exact same. First, you're going to want to stand with your feet hip width apart and grab the bar a bit wider than shoulder width. Next, you're going to want to make sure that you're bracing properly. Brace your core as if somebody's just about to punch you in the stomach. Initiate the movement by moving your hips backwards. By keeping your core tight, we're making sure that throughout the movement, our spine is staying completely straight. Keep lowering the bar until you either feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings or your glutes, depending on the variations we just discussed. Feel free to pause at the bottom or start reversing the movement, making sure to keep your core nice and tight and your spine straight, focusing on contracting your glutes and your hamstrings so that your hips move forward, back under your shoulders. Now for some quick tips. If you're feeling this movement more in your back than in your glutes and hams, it can either mean that your back is just weaker than your glutes and hams, or you're not keeping your core tight enough, which is keeping your spine straight. If you're struggling to keep your back straight, then try holding your breath throughout the movement. This means that at the top of the movement, you're going to want to breathe all the way in, hold your breath, keep your core nice and tight, and then go throughout the whole movement and don't release your breath until you get back to that starting position. If you're still struggling to keep your core tight, check out this video where we go over 5 core strengthening exercises that will really help you out. My last tip is if you're new to this exercise and you don't want your hamstrings to feel like they're ripping in two the next day, then start with extremely low volume and intensity. It's very common for people to arch their necks at the bottom of the movement. An easy fix is to pick a point about 5 steps in front of you and stare at it the whole time. This movement can easily be used for strength, power, and flexibility. If you're using this exercise for power, then use an eccentric of 2 to 4 seconds. You can pause at the bottom if you want, but we're going up as fast as possible as long as we're using correct form. For strength, as the weight goes up, we really need to make sure that you're bracing properly so we're not putting unwanted stress on the spine. If you want to use this exercise to build flexibility at the same time, then all you need to do is just make sure that you're using a weight that your end range of motion can handle. If you're new to this exercise, just start with a low weight anyways, but if you're already strong at this exercise, bring the weight way down, slow down the eccentric, pause at the bottom for 2 to 4 seconds, and then slowly come back up, really focusing on that stretch at the bottom. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe below for more videos like this.
RDLs.